Part 4, The Endgame, Securing Longevity and Ultimate Adaptability. You have come further than most ever will. You've learned to build a foundation, wage war, and craft a legend. You are a master of the game. But there is one final, invisible enemy that defeats every master, eventually. It's not a rival. It's not a scandal. It's your own form. Your own shape. Your own rigid plan. And tonight, you will learn to become formless. The preview, the unbeatable strategy. This is the final lesson. The master key. By the end of this video, you will possess the one law that makes you impossible to attack, predict, or defeat. You will learn the mirror effect to psychologically disarm and infuriate your enemies. The poison chalice strategy hidden inside free gifts. And the ultimate law, how to become like water and make yourself eternal. This is part 4, the endgame. Let's finish this. Law 37 and 38, the spectacle and the chameleon. Create compelling spectacles. Striking imagery and grand symbolic gestures create the aura of power. Everyone responds to them. Stage spectacles for those around you, full of arresting visuals and radiant symbols that heighten your presence. Dazzled by appearances, no one will have the focus to see what you are really doing. But behind the spectacle, you must be a ghost. Think as you like, but behave like others. If you make a show of going against the times, flaunting your unconventional ways, people will think you look down on them. They will find a way to punish you for making them feel inferior. It is far safer to blend in and nurture the common touch. Share your originality only with tolerant friends. In public, be a perfect mirror of the crowd. This is the ultimate camouflage. Law 39 and 40, the trap of anger and the poison chalice. While you remain calm, your goal is to stir waters to catch fish. Anger and emotion are strategically counterproductive. You must always stay calm and objective. But if you can make your enemies angry while staying calm yourself, you gain a decisive advantage. Find the chink in their vanity and rattle them. Once they are emotional, you hold the strings. And as you operate, you will be offered gifts. Be warned. Despise the free lunch. What is offered for free is dangerous. It usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation. What has worth is worth paying for. By paying your own way, you stay clear of gratitude, guilt, and deceit. Be lavish with your money and keep it circulating, for generosity is a sign and a magnet for power. But never, ever accept a gift that could chain you. Law 41 and 42, the giant's shadow and the decapitation strike. If you succeed a great man or have a famous parent, you face a unique trap. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. What happens first always appears better and more original than what comes after. You will have to accomplish double their achievements to outshine them. Do not get lost in their shadow. Establish your own name and identity by changing course. Slay the overbearing father, figuratively, by shining in your own unique way. But sometimes, the obstacle isn't a legacy, it's a person. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Trouble can often be traced to a single strong individual, the stirrer, the arrogant underling, the poisoner of goodwill. Do not wait for the troubles to multiply. Do not try to negotiate with them, they are irredeemable. Neutralize their influence by isolating or banishing them. Strike at the source, and the followers will disperse in confusion. Law 43 and 44, the seduction and the mirror. Coercion is for amateurs. To truly win, you must work on the hearts and minds of others. Force creates a reaction that will eventually work against you. You must seduce others into wanting to move in your direction. A person you have seduced becomes your loyal pawn. The way to seduce is to operate on their individual psychologists and weaknesses. Play on what they hold dear and what they fear. And for those who resist seduction, show them themselves. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. The mirror is the perfect tool for deception. When you mirror your enemies, doing exactly as they do, they cannot figure out your strategy. It mocks and humiliates them, making them overreact. By holding up a mirror to their psyche, you seduce them with the illusion that you share their values. By holding up a mirror to their actions, you teach them a lesson. Few can resist the psychological power of their own reflection. Law 45 and 46, the gentle tide and the crack in the armor. When you implement your vision, remember, preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Everyone understands change in the abstract, but on the day-to-day level, people are creatures of habit. Too much innovation is traumatic and will lead to revolt. Make a show of respecting the old ways. If change is necessary, make it feel like a gentle improvement on the past. And as you rise, you must manage the most dangerous human emotion of all. Never appear too perfect. Appearing better than others is always dangerous, but most dangerous of all is to appear to have no faults or weaknesses. Envy creates silent enemies. It is smart to occasionally display defects and admit to harmless vices. This deflects envy and makes you appear more human and approachable. Only gods and the dead can seem perfect with impunity. And you are not dead yet. Law 47 and 48, the moment of peril and the master key. The moment of victory is often the moment of greatest peril. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In the heat of victory, arrogance can push you past your goal. By going too far, you make more enemies than you defeat. Do not let success go to your head. Set a goal, and when you reach it, stop. Consolidate your power. The true master knows that the greatest challenge is not in winning, but in knowing when to stop. This brings us to the final law. The law that governs all others. Assume formlessness. By taking a shape, by having a visible plan, you open yourself to attack. Instead of having a form for your enemy to grasp, keep yourself adaptable and on the move. Accept that nothing is certain and no law is fixed. The best way to protect yourself is to be as fluid and formless as water. Never bet on stability or lasting order. Everything changes. Be water, my friend. The final summation and ultimate. This is it. The end of the road. From Law 1 to Law 48, you now possess the map to the game of power. You have the foundation, the offensive, the art of influence, and now, the ultimate law of formlessness. But I will leave you with this final, crucial truth: knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. This series is worthless if it just lives in your mind. You must take one law, just one, and practice it this week. Then another. And another. The game is all around you. It always has been. Now, you know the rules. It's your move.